Royal Bling, where everyone feels royal. You can find the latest in bling merchandise at royalblingshop.com. You will find Boss Lady, Man of War, I Am King, Closing Deals with Heels, Faith Over Fear, and all of your designer masks and much, much more. Make sure you go to royalblingshop.com.
Hi, my name is Kay Reddy. I am the state broker at Fathom Realty, Michigan. As a professional, not only do I focus on selling homes, but I create an unforgettable experience for my clients. Have you considered selling your home? Here is why now is the perfect time to do so. The market is at an all-time high, and your home may be worth more than you believe. But it doesn't stop there. You may be an investor or considering purchasing a home. Give me a call today for your free home evaluation. I can handle all of your real estate needs.
Hi, I am Genesis Maple. I am the CEO and founder of Genesis Advertising and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Here at Genesis APR, we use creativity and communication to help with your next event or project. We offer services that include event and project management, newsletters, flyers, brochures, business cards, and so much more. Contact us today to schedule your consultation, 734-436-1075. We want to see you there. Thank you so much.
Welcome to InTheKNOW, unveiling the greatness in you.
Hey everybody, good evening, good evening. Welcome to In the Know, unveiling the greatness in you. Welcome, 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 welcome. I hope you all can hear me. I am kind of like playing producer and host tonight. My regular producer had a baby. Well, he didn't have a baby, but his wife had a baby. So congratulations to the One TV Network producer and also owner, Prophet Blaine Irvin and Hade Irvin. Congratulations on your new bundle of joy. So somebody please tag, share, and invite. Can you all hear me? Can you please let me know you can hear me? Can you please let me know you can hear me? I'm trying to get on Facebook now so we can, if I can see if I can hear. If you all can hear me, let me know. If you having problems with the sound, let me know because I'm kind of doing this on a different platform. And they say they can hear. All right, my son is, I don't want to say it. My son is helping me. Jonathan's sitting here. He's helping me as well. I am so excited tonight. I'm in my home studio. And I'm so excited to be with you on tonight. We didn't want to let this show not go on, although we're using a different system, which is, thank God we know how technology is amazing. So we wanted to make sure we had all you on tonight. And come on, y'all, tag, share, invite, tag, share, invite, tag, share, and invite. Okay, I see me on here. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay, let me see something. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, so we are live. And I'm so excited tonight. We're starting a series called the Her Story series. We're going to be featuring for the next few weeks some fabulous women who are in business, ministry, entrepreneurs, ministers, women who are doing great things, making great exploits. And I am so excited to be able to start this series because I know so many amazing women, entrepreneurs, right? Who are doing great things, but they have a story behind what they what they've accomplished. Their story will make some of y'all like, how did they do this? Like how? And as we know, it's by the grace of God, it's by their tenacity and their will to just be a part of what God has called them to do and make impact in the world. So tonight we do have a wonderful young lady. You'll get to meet her here shortly. This is going to be something a little different. So we won't have our normal segments, which we have done in the past, the friendly advice or the gospel truth. We won't have that on tonight. We'll bring those back later on in the season. But as we kick off the year, this is January 17th. Happy Martin Luther King Day. You know, Martin Luther King had a dream, right? And then you have a dream. And that dream does not need to stop because you might have a circumstance or adversity that comes up. Like this dream of having this show tonight, this dream of even having In the Know must not stop because things happen. Life happens. Our producer and his wife, they have to have a baby. So do I sit down and say, well, we can't do the show because they're not able to help? Rightfully so, because they introduced Miss Isabella into the world today. 6 pounds, 4 ounces. She's absolutely beautiful. So congratulations once again to the Irvings, Prophet Blaine and Prophetess Hade. Congratulations on your new bundle of joy. Come on, y'all. Tag someone, share, invite. Let them know that In the Know is on. And we have a Her Story. We have a young lady that's going to entrepreneur her, right? That she is going to come on and she's going to let us know who she is, what she does, and her backstory. If you have never heard a story that's so amazing and so inspiring, I know you have, but I want you to hear this one tonight. And she compliments. We'll talk about, I know some of y'all, I want to try to see some of the comments. I know some of y'all might be looking at my hair on tonight. So I did a little something different. I really, 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 really wanted to do something a little bit more jazzy, something a little bit more special. And I talked to this young lady you want to meet tonight, and she just was a blessing, is a blessing, and was a blessing. And she compliments of her. I have a new hairdo. I got to stand over here, the camera. Where's my cameraman? I have new hair, color and all. So we'll talk about what she does in just a few minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. Thanks, Kristen Joy Alexander has a story. Good evening. Tag, share, invite. We're gonna come back with our guest on tonight for the Her Story. Her Story. Do you have a story? Do you have a story you would like us to feature it here? Young lady, whether you're just coming up in entrepreneurship or whatever you're doing, you have a story. You might not even be an entrepreneur. You might be a coach. You might be something. You might be just be an author. You might just be a preacher or a teacher. You might just be a mom. Us moms have amazing stories, right? And so if you have a story, go ahead and inbox us or email us at intheknowdetroit@gmail.com. We want to hear your story. We want to feature it here, hopefully doing this Her Story series. We are going to do this for a couple of weeks. Then we're going to break away for the Why Am I Still Single annual show that we do. And we're going to do the male edition. So we're going to have a panel of single, saved, and successful men. And we the women, that could still be Her Story tour, Her Story series, because we want to know, why are you still single? You see single, saved, successful young man. All right, we're gonna. That's so funny. So go ahead, tag, share, and invite someone to come on in. Son, can you turn down the heat for me? Yes, we are at home. My son is helping, and thank God for technology. Thank God for cameras. We got the whole studio right here. That's how we do it here in the know. Listen, I can't wait to talk to this young lady. We're gonna be right back with none other than the Beauty Factory. And she had a name that Dark Child. We're gonna talk about that little. Some of you may know her by that name, but I want to introduce to some and bring back in a minute my guest. Her name is Latoya Harris, and I want you to hear her story in this Her Story series. Okay, y'all, we'll be right.
Hi, my name is Kay Reddy. I am the state broker at Fathom Realty, Michigan. As a professional, not only do I focus on selling homes, but I create an unforgettable experience for my clients. Have you considered selling your home? Here is why now is the perfect time to do so. The market is at an all-time high, and your home may be worth more than you believe. But it doesn't stop there. You may be an investor or considering purchasing a home. Give me a call today for your free home evaluation. I can handle all of your real estate needs.
Hi, I am Genesis Maple. I am the CEO and founder of Genesis Advertising and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Here at Genesis APR, we use creativity and communication to help with your next event or project. We offer services that include event and project management, newsletters, flyers, brochures, business cards, and so much more. Contact us today to schedule your consultation, 734-436-1075. We want to see you there. Thank you so much.
Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Know, Unveiling the Greatness in You. I want to make sure you all are on and ready for our show tonight. How many of you are on tonight? I see the comments. Let me see. What's up, my friend? Hey, Apostle Antoine Powell, Latoya Harris, Elder Jean Barnes. Listen, good to see you all on tonight. Please continue to tag, share, and invite someone to tune in. Son, I think we're good. Thank you so much. All right. So tonight, like I said, is our begins our Her Story tour. It's Her Story tour. Her Story series where we're going to bring on women entrepreneur hers. This shirt is compliments of royalblingshop.com, one of our sponsors. And even my hair tonight is sponsored by our guest. And I'm going to, with no further ado, invite her to the stream. Give me 1 second. We're going to have her come on, and we're going to say hello to my guest. Good evening.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I am good. Listen, I'm doing a million things at one time. I'm talking to you, the people, cooking dinner, making sure the kids got everything together. Like, listen. Being a super mom, super auntie mommy is a lot, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it in for nothing.
I absolutely love your story. Listen, everybody, I want you to welcome to In the Know tonight in our Her Story edition. None other than my friend Latoya Harris. Come on, y'all.
Give it up.
Latoya, we've been knowing each other without knowing each other in a roundabout way because we have mutual friends. Let's just start off with one being your auntie, Angelina Collins, who I know from Elohim Kingdom Ministries, where I used to belong. I met her there, and I never knew she had a niece that was just like phenomenal as you are. So definitely,
thank you.
And Ryan Rutley, mutual friends as well.
My little big brother.
A little bit. I call him my little big brother. And so we were bound to meet. So let's talk a little bit about who you are. Tell us a little bit about your background. This Kovac, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the city. Well, I grew up in two places. I grew up in Inkster part of my life from the age of 4 till I was like 11. And then I took karate. I went to People's Community Baptist School. I took karate at the age of 4. I'm a second degree black belt. I played a lot of sports. I come from a large family. On my father's side and on my mom's side, I come from a mother and 2 aunts. So I moved to Detroit when I was 11 and I went to Northwestern High School. I played sports. I danced with a company called Freedom Dance Expressions outside of school, but I've always had a love and passion for hair since the age of 15 years old. I used to do my classmates' hair, the cheerleaders, I should say. I used to do their hair before we would go do a game sometimes. My coach would let me pop. We used to call them microwave ponytails back in the day. So we would roll them on the rods and pop them in a microwave, and they would come out smoking hot. And then we'll wrap them bad boys around their ponytail. And hey, we had a wet set ponytail. So that's what I did growing up.
Wow, wow, the West Side ponytail. I remember those. Actually, I'm a hairstylist. Been doing hair like almost the same time, but since I was about 13. Since I was
Mhm.
about 13 years old, been doing hair. Got my license in 2000. So I definitely remember those what you call it?
Microwave
Oh my God,
ponytail.
yes, it ponytails.
Yeah.
Those things were the wig.
They,
Up.
they were the bomb. Listen, they used to last 2 whole weeks. Okay. Pop it in
True.
the microwave. Like, I tell the kids about that today. They be like, you used to pop stuff in a microwave? I'm like, we used to pop hair in the microwave, honey, just to make a new look. So, that's what I've been doing since I was 15. I've always had a passion for it. I went to college for computer information systems, following my auntie Angelia's husband because he's into the computer. Um, you know, that's what he does for a living. And so when I was
Right.
young, he used to be like, Tori, just my family calls me Tori, y'all. So he used to be like,
Okay.
Tori, just go ahead and go to school and get your degree. And you come out, I'll get you a job. You'll make six figures, right? So I went to school every day and I was just consistently bored with it, like sitting in front of a computer trying to create formulas. And I just couldn't do it no more. Got good grades, but I came home one day and told my parents, yeah, I don't want to do that. So my
Okay.
father, uh-huh.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, my father said, so what you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna do hair. He said, you're not gonna make no money doing that. I said, okay. He said, well, I tell you what, if you decide you don't want to go to college no more, then I guess you'll be paying all those loans back. That's a lot. I said, being
Hmm.
young, you say and do anything. I'm like, okay, I'll show you. So as our group started growing up and doing hair, I started making like $2,500 a week as a hairstylist. I'm like 18,
Wow.
19, making this kind of money. And so my dad had to come and apologize, like, you know what? I take all that back. You doing a good you doing a good job. So that's where my
Wow.
passion is.
Yeah, because what happened, what I'm hearing you say is that you made a decision for what you knew, your passion was, and though other people could not see it, including sometimes our family, you knew what. So tell me this: was there times where you felt like, oh shoot, or maybe I should have stepped back and stayed in college?
Sometimes in the past I figured if my parents would have been a little bit harder on me and say, listen, finish college first and then go
Hmm.
to cosmetology school so you can have two things under your belt. But that's not what I wanted to do. And honestly, I'm glad I didn't because I went to school to get my cos license in 2008. Let's go back a little bit. I got married in 2008. I'm divorced now. But I
Okay.
asked my ex-husband
Okay.
at the time if he mind if I went to beauty school to get my license. He like, why do you need to do that? You have such a big clientele. I'm like, one day I want to open a salon and I want to do
Hmm.
stuff the right way. And
Right.
so I went to beauty school. I graduated. It took me a little time. I graduated in 2010. I opened my salon September the 10th, 2010, right after I graduated with no money. I just did it with faith, right? Did that, had that salon for 7 years, went through a whole change of life, went through a divorce. And then immediately, right after my divorce, I gained three little angels, my two nieces and my nephew.
Wait, before you get to that, so you were married 2008, went to school 2008 for cos. Now, how many years did you stay in college when you before you said you weren't gonna do the computer technology thing? How many years? I mean, what was the
Two
time
years.
frame between that?
2 years.
2 years, and then you said, "Forget this ain't for me." Then you get married, then you go to cos school, and that's a 1,500 hours. That's about 2.5 years too. And then, but then you had clientele where you were making a lot of money.
Yeah, and I had to sacrifice a lot. It was hard. I
Yeah.
tell people all the time, like, if you're gonna go to beauty school, make sure you have everything mapped out with time. If
Right.
you're already doing hair, get up earlier and go knock out some clients and then go to school. And if you have a family, get home to your family right after. So I would go to the salon at 6 a.m. I would leave at 3:15 to make it to school by 5 o'clock because I went to school in Southgate to Regency Beauty Institute, right? I would go to
Right.
school because I was only part-time. So we would only go from 5:15 to 9:15 or
Uh-huh.
9:30, however, somewhere in there. So I would go to work from 6 to 3:15 and I would shoot straight to school and I would leave school and I would go home and I would still either cook dinner for my family or do whatever I need to do, my homework, and I would pop right back up the next morning and go to work and do the same thing all over again.
And that was
Every
approximately every day. And that was approximately 2 years. So let's go back. You just mentioned something about children.
Mhm.
Now, I know we were talking one day, and this is what really made me just really. I love that you do hair. I love that you have this deal, you have this tenacity, and you have this drive. But when you told me, we were talking, I said, wow, I said, do you have any children? You said, yes. And you said, I'm raising my sister's 3 children. And then you told me the story. Can you just tell us a little bit of the backstory? This is why I wanted to feature you tonight. This was the main. Yes, I love my hair, honey. You can't tell me nothing. And
It looks good
I
on
love. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I love when I met you. Your spirit and everything. So it behooves me to even hear the story about how you took these children in and you're raising them and you're building an empire and building a legacy for them. Talk a little bit about your nieces and nephew.
Okay, so I have two nieces and a nephew that I take care of. We have William, Brianna, and Teray. They're 9, 11, and 14. I've had William and Brianna for 8 years. I've had Teray for 2 years. They are all siblings. So when I went through a divorce, I got a divorce in February. I thought I was gonna have a little time, amen, to have a little fun, as we say. I was traveling the world. I was still going to church and doing everything I needed to do with that, but I was still trying to get the balance of my life back. But God know you. When He know who you are, He will shut certain things down. So He was like, "Look, I got something to fix you. I'm gonna send you these 3 kids because you're gonna have to raise them." Okay, Lord. So what happened was I ended up taking my two nieces and my nephew in to help my sister out because she went through a whole bunch of changes in life. And I got them, and I was just thinking maybe they will be here for a little while. They'll go back home. Honey, listen, the Lord was like, no, they're gonna stay. You're gonna raise them. So I had to, at first, I was a little selfish because I didn't think they were going to be there with me all that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to change a lot of things up. I had to change their schools. My first salon that I had, I was living behind it. I had a whole garage. Ryan, anybody can tell you this because they've been back there. I had a whole garage that I renovated. It had bedrooms. I had built a bathroom. Later on down the road, I was doing the floors, everything. And so the social worker came over and said, "These kids can't live here." I'm like, "Why not?" She said, "Because if there was a fire or anything, how are they going to get out? There's no windows for them to climb out of, there's nowhere for them to play." So I had to make a decision, which was very hard because, like I said, I had just went through a divorce. So my money was funny. I couldn't afford to pay $1,600 a month for a building and live somewhere. I just couldn't do it. I didn't want to do that. So I had to
Right.
come up with a plan. I had to pray about it. I said, "Lord, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to close the salon down." But in the process, I created a vision board. I think I was telling you about my vision.
Yes.
And on my vision
Yes.
board, I put up there, "Lord, if it's meant for me to close the salon and open another one later, I'm just gonna do whatever it is I need to do, your will, just to take care of these babies." So I ended up moving out to Brownstown, getting a townhouse. I was a teacher at Dorsey for 3 years. I teach cosmetology. And it was going really good, and then they started treating me bad, and I just started praying and fasting. Within 2.5 years, I started working on my new baby
Mm-hmm.
quietly in the
Yes.
midst of
The
having 3 children.
pandemic.
Yes, yes, in the midst of the pandemic, raising 3 children. My mother had 3 strokes. She's in a nursing home. She had them
My
back to back,
God.
August, September, October, back to back. So I'm dealing with all
Wow.
that. So I started praying and fasting, and I'm like, "Lord, I'm ready to have my own spot again." So in the midst of a pandemic, I called two of my church members that I'm really close to, Lacora and Candace, Lacora White and Candace Ross. I'm really close to them. And I said, "Sisters, I need y'all to pray for me. I believe I'm getting ready to get a new salon." And they said,
Mm.
"Toya, It's already done. Don't worry about it. My pastor had just preached, Pastor Mormon had just preached that somebody was going to be blessed that week again. And he said somebody was going to be blessed with a business. He said this. Anybody that goes to the tab that's watching this can attest to this, right? So these people call me because they remember me from being across the street from my old salon. And they say, hey, Toya, are you still interested in a salon? Do you want one? I said, I do. They said, well, come check this building out. Went check the building out. It had a lot of issues, but I didn't even care. I was praying and fasting, and he allowed me to get that building with a little of no money at all. Like, I believe it. I'm like, okay. So in the midst of a pandemic, November the 18th of 2019, didn't even know the pandemic was coming. I'm just prepping this building quietly. I lose my job January the 3rd of 2020. I don't mind sharing this with y'all. A whole testimony. I guess God was saying,
it's
you're
a
taking
whole
too long.
testimony, honey.
You taking too long to get out this door, so let me kick you out. So,
right.
When they fired me, it was a big relief. I was okay with it. They fired me at will. I did nothing wrong. I think it was just because I'm not a pushover. So you can't push me over and treat me any kind of way. And so shortly after the pandemic hit, unemployment kicked in, all kind of other things started kicking in. And I just went straight down the path that the Lord wanted me to go down. I didn't have to use any of my unemployment money at all. I didn't have to do that.
My goodness.
That is just good. So in the midst of all that, needless to say, the Beauty Factory #2 has been open almost 3 years.
Wow. Come on, y'all. Give it up for her story. She's not just an entrepreneur. She's a mom. She's an auntie mom, as she likes to affectionately be called. She's an auntie mother. She's a sister. Because she has, oh my God, the story. Like, and then she didn't, can I share how the children had challenges? They had challenges. Talk about that a little bit. Just talk about, and you literally, you went from being like no children to then you went through a divorce, and I'm sharing this because the reason why I'm sharing this is because I want people to understand that with God and with your dream, and you put your dream. What I love what you said you begin to go to your sisters in Christ. You begin to go. You kept your faith in God. You kept your trust in God. And you kept your trust in the dream that you had. You said you even had a vision board, where you understood that the vision shall come to pass. And I'm just telling you, talk about just the challenges it was to your finger in the way. And the challenges was for you to actually have to go from, being entrepreneur. Were you a wife when you got the children?
I wasn't a wife yet. I mean, I wasn't. Okay. I was divorced. I was divorced by the time I got divorced by then.
Okay, so that's a challenge. And then you said you had to. You just started one salon. Then they told you. Then you built all this stuff around it with your home and stuff. Then you get a phone call. You didn't want your nieces and nephews to go into foster care, right? And then when you got them, what was the challenges? Is when you got them.
So when when you're a person, let me just go back a little bit and explain some stuff to people too. I tried to have kids with my husband 3 times. Wow. I lost 3 babies. I lost 2 girls and a boy. Yes. And I don't mind sharing this with the world because people need to know this stuff. I lost 2 girls and a boy. I raised 2 girls and a boy, which were my stepchildren, right? And now I'm raising 2 girls and a boy again, which are my 2 nieces and my nephew. Okay. So God was preparing me a long time ago, and I didn't even know that.
Latoya.
Yes.
That is amazing. All those, oh my God, that is amazing. Your resilience, your tenacity, your faith is inspiring.
And listen, my faith hasn't always been as strong as it is. I've been a heathen. I've made some mistakes. I just want people to understand that when you're growing in Christ, sometimes you're challenged by so many things and people tend to give up. What you have to learn to do is not give up. You have to stay in the realm of God. You have to allow him to talk to you, speak to you. You have to fast sometimes. Stay in the word. go to church. Like all those things are important. And I just thank God for my pastor. Pastor Mormon is a real man of God. I
Give it
believe
up. I love Pastor Mormon.
yes, the things he speak to me, I can honestly say since I've been in that church, I went from here and I'm still going up. Just because I'm obedient to God and from the word that my pastor gives me from God, you know. So I'm just trying to do what I need to do. But when it comes to those nieces and that nephew, to answer that question, it was very hard because I'm used to doing everything just doing me. I'm not used to
Right.
being around kids 24/7. I have my nieces, my stepkids all the time, but not 24/7, all of them. You know,
Right.
my ex-husband would help them with their homework. I would cook dinner and wash clothes, but he did a lot of stuff unless we did things as a family, which I took family time very, very
Mm-hmm.
seriously. But I didn't have to do that 24/7. So it became a thing of I was a college student because I'm in college. I go to Schoolcraft College. I'm getting my degree in applied science, which is cosmetology management. I only have 5 classes to go.
Come on, girl. You
The
better
pandemic
work.
slowed me down, but I'm getting back. So I was a college student,
That is
a
awesome.
teacher, a cosmetologist, taking care of 2 kids at first, and a sick mother in a nursing home. So how did I do that every day? It was God. It had nothing to do with me. He gave
Jesus.
me all that strength. I know he did because I don't think I would have made it off me. That's just real.
That's
And then
real.
my other niece was living with my uncle, and she almost drowned. She went swimming.
Girl, this story.
Yeah, she almost drowned. She was underwater for almost 15 minutes. Okay.
Jesus.
They took her to the hospital. My sister called me. Their mother was like, listen, go get my baby. I said, listen, I don't know if I want to raise another kid. Kind of in the selfish mode, you know. I don't think I want to do this. Raising 2 is enough. The way she's hollered, please go get my baby. Please. I prayed. I talked to my best friend. My best friend said, go get that baby. Go get that
Mm.
baby. You know, so I went and got her. Well, I went to go see her a few times. She was in ICU for about 2 weeks. She
Oh
came
my
out of it.
God.
One of my clients is a woman of God. She's also a nurse at Children's Hospital. And when she saw the
Wow.
name Redmond, because my maiden name is Redmond, so when she saw the name Redmond, she called me like, Latoya, is one of your family members down here? I said, my niece is in the
Look at
hospital.
God.
She said, I'm going to cover her. I'm going to make sure she's good. Within a few weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. I can't remember the time exactly, but she came
Mm-hmm.
out of it. She
Wow.
came out of it with no brain damage,
No
nothing.
brain damage.
No. So when she came to live with me, she was
Wait,
struggling
hold
with
up.
school.
Hold up. Let's go back. Because
Mhm.
for if you just joining, and we're talking to none other than Latoya Harris, the owner of the Beauty Factory. She's a promoter. Listen, this young lady has so many accolades. She's a promoter. She actually has hair company as well, where you can get your. She makes wigs. She also sells hair. She promotes. I see you writing a book. This whole story has to be a book. I mean, I just need people to understand that
Praise God,
there's a
because
book
that's
on the
the
inside of you. There's a book. I see a movie. I mean, there's so much I see. And you're joining us, and she is telling us her story that has been, God is getting the glory out of her story on tonight. And you just said that your niece was underwater for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. And
yes,
she
ma'am.
is still alive, no brain damage, no nothing. A normal child. That come on,
Normal.
I need somebody to give God praise. That is amazing to me. And
Normal.
you're taking care of her.
Yes, she gets straight at. Listen, I'm amazed. All of them, when they first came to live with me, struggled with reading, math. And listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am not that great at math. It's like Japanese arithmetic when I look at
Right,
it.
right.
But you can give me business, anything business, English, sociology, psychology. I'm good with that. But math, listen, blinders on. So when they came to live with me, they were struggling. I got them tutors. One of my good friends, Angie, has a program outside of school. She teaches high school. I don't know what grade, but she had these planners for them. They would do them. Now all of them are getting A's and B's. Like I can't believe
Amazing.
I can't
Amazing.
believe it. You know, they struggled for a while. It was tough. But they're really showing up and showing out right now. And I'm just amazed. I'm amazed.
So your story is just amazing. You grew up in a little city called Inkster, which I just found that out tonight. I grew up there for 4 years of my life. Then I
Wow.
moved.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved down south. So my grandmother
Hmm.
raised me, and then I came back in West Bloomfield, Farmington Hills, where I'm and then all over after that. So I understand, but your
Yeah.
story. Listen, okay, so Inkster is not like a extravagant city. No, shout out to Inkster. We love Inkster, Ink Town.
Inktown. Inktown.
Yeah, definitely Inktown. But you don't hear a lot of like that's where my dad is from. That's where he grew up, Inkster. So
Wow.
I guess it is two stories that I know that are successful. Inkster, Inkster. There
Yep.
might be some more. I'm talking about what I know. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey man.
I want nobody to get mad at me. I'm just saying, Latoya, I know you come out of Inkster. Also, my dad come from Inkster, and you are entrepreneurs, like y'all doing the doggone thing. And you being a woman, I wanted to acknowledge you on tonight because when you told me your story, then I saw your work, and what really, like I said, stood out was your tenacity and your zeal to push forward and knowing that you had to do it with God. You had to do it with God. It was nobody but God to allow you to persevere. So now you have the babies, they're doing great. And you like you said in your story, you pushed through the pandemic and you got fired at another place, and that was good for you because now you are expanding and you're doing other things, even outside of hair, getting into some things in celebrity hair and things like that. I'll kind of tell it out a little bit. So let's talk about what you're doing now. Talk about where's your salon at?
So my salon is located at 27235 7 Mile Road. The Beauty Factory is in Redford, Michigan. I'm gonna say it again: 27235 7 Mile Road, Redford, Michigan, the Beauty Factory. I also have a website, www.thebeautyfactoryhairlounge.com. I sell bundles, I make wigs, I sell t-shirts, I
Yes,
sell masks, I sell bonnets. Actually, Sister Chantel has one of my bonnets.
honey. I wear that. I should have had it. I wear that bonnet. That bonnet is so cute. I wore it on a Zoom one day, and they were like, "Oh
Uh-huh.
my God, I love your bonnet." One
And
guy
it
was like, he was like, "I want my wife to wear a bonnet like that." So I gotta
yes,
get every color.
yes. They keep the hair very soft. They're satin inside and out. The my distributor is just awesome. I love her so much. She does everything to the T. I sell tumblers, I sell coffee
Yes.
mugs. I also have a hair camp. So I teach cosmetology in my salon. It's called the Beyond
Wow.
Institute. I have smocks, I have mannequins. What I basically do is teach the basics of cosmetology. So, how to shampoo, the importance of professionalism, sanitation, how to flat iron, how to blow dry. A lot of people don't know how to shampoo hair correctly. They don't even know that you're
Come on.
supposed to section the hair in 4 quads. I don't care if you're doing it yourself. You're supposed to take 70% of the water out of your hair before you even start blow drying. So if the mid strand of your hair and
Wow.
the ends is kind of brittle, it's because you're not taking that water out of your hair.
Well, let's talk about this because I want y'all to know that she just doesn't make wigs and do weaves, but she grows your hair. I am
This is
so
all me.
excited. That is all her hair. I've seen her auntie's hair has grown. I'm actually getting ready to start getting treated. She did make this fat. If you see my hair tonight, this is one of her. Do you call them units or wigs?
They're units. They're units,
Okay,
wigs, either one. They're the same.
custom made. She makes them herself. Like
I
she
customize
made
your
this
color
herself,
too.
and
I customize your color.
uh, she customized my color. I said I wanted something. I don't want blonde. I don't want black. I want something cranberry-ish, really jazzy. And she brought this to me today, and I almost passed out because I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be really jazzy on tonight.
Yes, yes. And listen, you were supposed to get one last week, right? And I'm gonna just
Yeah.
tell the world because
Go
amen.
ahead. Go ahead.
So she was supposed to get a wig last week, y'all, and we ended up having to change today. I put it on display. It sold in a matter of 2 hours. It was gone. So she called me like, "Do you think you're gonna have one this weekend?" I'm like, "I sold that one." So I made sure that today, when she did the show tonight,
Yep.
she would have one. So I've been having issues with my hand, y'all. So pray with me, pray for me on this. But I
Yes.
wanted to make sure she had that wig, so you guys can see the beautiful work that I create, when
Yes,
I'm
y'all.
my
Let me
zone.
tell y'all. Can y'all see it?
Go
Can
ahead
y'all
and
see it?
shake your
Look at
woman.
that.
Look, you.
Look at that.
I love it. Yes. So
Hi.
you can purchase wigs. You can contact me at 313-522-8777 if you like. We can do a consultation. If you just want to make a regular appointment for your hair to get it shampoo, flat iron, or anything, it's better to make appointments with me than to just walk in. I do have a full staff. I have another hairstylist. I actually have a microblader who did my eyebrows.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
gotta listen to that.
Yes, I have a nail tech and I said a makeup artist, right? So I have that,
Yeah.
but I do have one booth open. So I'm trying to fill that booth. So if you guys know
Okay.
anybody that wants to come to a professional salon, send them my way.
Please, y'all send her. Yeah, she's very professional. She does get back to you. I actually, my son wants to get his hair twisted. She was like, I got a young lady in my salon. I didn't get to tell you that she called me back. Very professional. Amber, shout out to Amber if
Yes,
you're watching. Very professional. We still have to make the actual appointment. I'll get with her tomorrow. She gave me a price. She was very professional, very accommodating, and she represented you well. And I just wanted to shout Amber out on tonight. Thanks, Amber, if you're watching. My son will
she
be there
don't
this
have social
weekend.
media.
Yeah, because she is definitely I would love to have, because he's gonna love me to life about getting his hair twisted, retwisted because somebody else had twisted it. But let me tell you all, go ahead, follow our sister, follow her. You all heard her story tonight. If you just coming on, go back and watch the replay. Tell us what's up. What do you have coming up? Oh, talk about what is the name of your unit? You have a
It's
underground.
it's called ground level extensions.
Oh, okay,
You said
underground.
underground. It's ground level extensions. I'm
Okay,
I'm branding. I sell
I love
anywhere
it.
from 14 to 30 inches long. I have deep wave, loose deep wave, Brazilian wave, straight. I also have 613. I customize color too. So even if you don't want it to be the natural brown or blonde, we can customize whatever. I actually have two bundles I'm gonna customize tomorrow. I'm gonna post them. I'm on Facebook under Latoya Harris. So you can check my page out or request me. You'll see those bundles once I post them tomorrow. They're going to go from blonde to ginger copper. So,
Wow. Listen, you heard it right here in the know in our Her Story edition, featuring our first story, Her Story, which is none other than Miss Latoya Harris of the Beauty
amen.
Factory. And the Beauty Hair Factory. And listen, you need to go check her out. If post engagements, y'all say your address again for the salon.
All right, I'm going to take it real slow. It's 27235 7 Mile Road, Redford, Michigan, 48240. I'm right
Yes.
on 7 Mile, right before you hit Inkster Road to the left hand side. If you're familiar with that area, people, there's a Little Caesars, um, a liquor store, empty building, then my building, and a tattoo shop. We're all in one. Or if you've been to my salon and you're watching, I'm directly across the street from my old building. I absolutely love it. Come check it out. We do other events too. We hold pop-up shops. We do customer appreciation. I do a seafood soul food feast every year. Unfortunately, we had to cancel it
Oh,
due to COVID this year. We didn't want to put anybody at risk, but we're going to come up with something soon. Maybe everybody has to be vaccinated. They have to bring in their paperwork, wear a mask, and still practice social distancing, but it won't be many people. So I'm working on that. Classes, I need help with that, you guys. I need help from you, Chantel, and from our
Okay.
audience. What do you guys think? Because I know we're in the midst of this pandemic. I canceled my Kai's classes for February because the numbers just keep shooting up.
But they're gonna start going down, so no worries on that. Just hold tight. But I think it's even something maybe you can even do Zoom. I don't know what you can do doing virtually, but let's talk about that. And even if you're not doing it in February, I think by March you should be good.
Okay, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And we could start building like you could do like maybe the my marketing hat on. Maybe like even in February, instead of canceling the whole thing, maybe you could do like I said, something virtually and to
Yeah.
keep the momentum up and then kind of build to the actual live event, maybe in March or April and make it
Yes.
like really, really big. Yeah, because
Yes.
that's really good. One thing I learned through one of my mentors in doing hair was how to shampoo and blow dry. And that's the foundation of any hairstyle, especially if you're wearing your natural hair. And if you're not wearing your natural hair, if you are wearing units or wigs, y'all need to come see Latoya so your hair can be treated up under as you are wearing, your not underground,
Units.
Lord, ground unit, ground
Ground level
ground level
extensions.
extensions as you're wearing your ground level extensions. So we're gonna go see her, and what I noticed, Latoya, that my hair still grows. I just need somebody with a growing hands. Cause somebody say a growing hand. Cause somebody point their hands to our sister and say, Lord, we thank you for blessing her hands even more to heal her hands, that her hands will not be in pain. We cancel the assignment of the enemy against her hands, that the swelling will go down, that the pain will leave in the name of
In the
Jesus.
name of
No weapon formed against you or your hands shall prosper. Your hands
Jesus.
will lay hands on many. You lay hands on many, even just doing their hair. You've been a counselor. You've been a mind regulator. I mean, when I say that, that means you have talked to people. You have walked. I see in the realm of the spirit that you have even stopped divorces. You've even stopped people from being depressed, even by sitting in your chair. So there's
Yes.
an anointing more on you than just when it comes to hair. God is giving you and He's expanding you and broadening your horizons, even in ministry. So you
Yes.
be encouraged. You be encouraged. Go get whatever you got to the doctor, get whatever checked out, and then keep us posted. And we are praying for you. And thank you for coming and sharing your story on our Her Story tours. Is it anything else you want to say to the audience to encourage some woman, some boy, some girl, somebody out there that they can do
No,
it?
no matter what you're going through in life, remember who carries you, which is God. That's number one. Number two, He gave us all the ability to get up and move no matter what's going on. Get up and move, especially if you have goals, if you want to be more successful, if you want to be an entrepreneur. Always know that God is walking with you. One of my favorite Bible verses is Isaiah 43:19. I follow it to a T. People see me post it all the
Yes.
time because I think about doing a new thing every day when I get up.
Come on.
I've been through a lot of stuff, and I'm here to tell you the Latoya Harris that I am now is not the Latoya Harris I was last year before last. So
Come
that
on.
old Toya you might know, she's gone. This is a
Come
whole new
on.
person. I'm rolling with God on everything, and that's it. So I want you to do the same thing. Trust God a lot more in your life because He is the way. I promise He's the way. He showed me He's the way. So I need you to continue to
Wow.
believe it.
Wow. Listen, you heard our sister tell us to trust God, believe in God, know that you can't do it. He carries us through it. He brought you to it to carry you through it. Listen,
Show.
Latoya, your story is definitely that of a story of God bringing you to it and taking you all the way through it. And even through many things that would try to come and the circumstance that will come. God, as you know, God carries us. So thank you again for sharing your story. Y'all give it up for Latoya.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Woo!
Share this story with
Yes,
somebody. Somebody needs to be motivated. So thank you,
absolutely,
Chantel.
absolutely. You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
You gonna
Now,
keep swinging that hair
after,
like that? She's
yeah,
swinging it, y'all. Like, thank you.
after, you know what? The hair feels so good. And you said it don't shed.
You don't.
That part. My children hate when I had other weave and it be all over the house.
You won't get that with that hair.
It's beautiful. And it smells so good. I don't know what you use, but
that good stuff. Oh, and while we're talking too, product plays a major factor in your hair too, what you use. If it's not professional products, check with the people that's doing your hair. Find out what they're using. If you're using Pantene, stop it. Okay. It has animal protein in it. If you're using Garnier Fructis, stop it, please.
Okay.
Get you some Reckon, some Matrix, something of the such, some Design Essential. Those things right there will work for you. I promise.
Wow. Listen, y'all better listen. She is an expert. Oh, I didn't mean to put that. Hold up. She is an expert. I'm gonna need y'all to understand that you want to hear what she has to say. She is an expert. So make sure you listen. Go back if you didn't get it right now. After we get off, you can go back. That's all I love about the internet. And go back and rewatch this and tell her so she can let you know what you shouldn't be using, what you should be using. But also contact Latoya. If you want one of these fabulous units, she does ship them as well. She can get your measurements for your head and she can make it and put it right in the mail right to you. So you're not exempt if you're in North Carolina, Texas, Zimbabwe, wherever you are. Latoya will get you one of these wigs here. All right, Latoya, thanks again for being our guest. We're going to close out. Y'all say hello to, say see you later to Latoya, and we will be back after this. Ooh-wee. Hey, y'all. Oh, I'm right here. I thought I went to commercial. As you can see, I am producing as well. Listen, thank y'all for joining us tonight. We thank God for our guests. We thank you as our viewers. Thank you to all the post engagers. Thank you for everyone that tuned in tonight. I want to say that I'm also wearing, I did my own makeup tonight, and I'm wearing DJP Cosmetics. DJP Cosmetics is by none other than D'Area. I was trying to get D'Area on. I hope she's tuned in. I have her eye palette on. I don't know if y'all can see that. I have the face. She has foundation. D'Area has lip gloss. Listen, y'all, this cosmetic palette, this is a eyeshadow palette. All the names of the eyeshadows are so cool. She has purity, peace, prosper, meekness, devotion, stand firm, believe, sovereign, Passover, compassion, boldness, wisdom, faith, strength, and forgiveness. I thought that was so cool. So all of the palette, the eyeshadows are named after something biblical or something good. I was really enjoying doing my makeup tonight. And then her lip glosses also are called by different cool names. This is called Flower Bomb, which is the cute purple. She has so many. She has what else? The face, the foundation is called Hannah. I think I have Hannah and another one. I forgot the other, Sarah maybe. And then I'm also wearing lashes by Hade Irvin. She has lashes, a lash line that's biblical names as well. So tonight my lashes, they're called Sarah. They're strips. They're called Sarah. Listen, I'm gonna name this hair Esther. All right, this hair is gonna be called Esther tonight by none other than our guest Latoya Harris, and her extensions are called Brown Level Extensions. I hope I said that right. Somebody put that in the comments. So once again, shout out to royalblingshop.com with my shirt, and like Latoya has everything. She has the bonnets. I'm gonna take this off in a minute and put my bonnet back on. And yeah, y'all have a great night. We'll see you all next week here on In the Know with another Her Story Edition. Have a great night, y'all.
Hi, I am Genesis Maple. I am the CEO and founder of Genesis Advertising and Public Relations Firm, better known as Genesis APR. Here at Genesis APR, we use creativity and communication to help with your next event or project. We offer services that include event and project management, newsletters, flyers, brochures, business cards, and so much more. Contact us today to schedule your consultation, 734-436-1075. We want to see you